Hey folks, welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. We're doing some very late boat fishing up in Green Bay. These fish are all in our harbors.
Close to 14 there.
Are you having fun?
I'm having a blast.
Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters.
Yes, folks, come early winter, Captain Caleb Zorn and myself, we're always looking for open water. We don't want the boat season to end. And we're up on the Fox River in Green Bay today. And the interesting thing, folks, is the shad pile up in here in the fall. And they stay in here a lot of the winter. And when the shad are in here, what does that mean, Caleb?
Those walleyes are right behind them.
And it's a lot of fun. And we came late in the day today. We didn't start fishing, or we're not starting until noon. And we fully intend to fish after dark.
Absolutely. These fish that we're going to get during daylight are just a bit of a bonus.
Right. And the nighttime fishing is fun. We can do it by the dam. Also look for what other things?
Warm water discharges, rocky shoreline, you know, any kind of transition where they'll hold some of the shad, those walleyes will be right behind them.
Well, we got a lot of wind today, so we're thinking too that we may end up by the dam. We'll be blocked up there. But who's our special guest today?
Grandpa.
Well, what's Grandpa's name?
Mike.
Mike is here today with us, and he used to guide with you with Dale Stroshine through the ice.
Yep, he was up there with us.
So I got two guides today.
Yeah.
We better catch something.
I hope so.
Hey folks, we'll show what we're using and how we're using it. All of that coming up right after this. You know, folks, fall and winter is coming, and for us, that means getting our ATVs and our UTVs ready. And Amsoil, you know, makes a product for everything a sportsman needs. And you even got an oil change kit for my UTV.
Absolutely. We've got oil for any UTV, ATV out there. And what we're taking a look at is oil change kits for the do-it-yourselfer. So we got everything that you need for oil change for a Polaris 2013 and newer in this kit right over here.
And you got Can-Am?
Can-Am, Yamaha, Honda, all the viscosities that you need to change your oil on any UTV, ATV.
And that's one thing, folks, that I love about Amsoil is that you can go on their website and they'll tell you what kind of oil you need for what specific machine you have.
Yeah, with the lookup guide, it really has everything there. So just put in your make, model, year, and ready to go.
Hey, thanks for keeping us on the road smooth, safe, and clean. Folks, go to amsoil.com for more information. Oh my gosh, look at the head on that. And look at that mouthful of weed. Look at that pike. Are you having fun with the tip boats?
Having a great time. Love Beaver Dam.
Oh, look at that, Blake. Holy cow. Look at that pike, Blake. Oh my gosh, look at the size of this pike. Oh my gosh. That is a trophy pike right there, pal. Oh man, is that gorgeous. Look at this guy, folks. This is a beauty. Oh, wait till you see the tummy on this guy. Welcome back, folks. Look like Caleb is going to be the first to connect today. Feel decent, Caleb?
Yeah, it feels like a good fish, John.
All right, buddy. Here he is. Oh, Caleb, way to start the day, buddy. That is a beautiful walleye. And as we talked about in the open of the show, we're really here for the night fishing. So
hey, this is just a bonus right here.
This is a bonus. And that is a beautiful walleye. And boy, look at how fat he is, too.
Yep.
I mean, the weight on that thing, Caleb, is gorgeous. Did he hit pretty hard?
I was just going to say, John, he hit really good. He thumped it. You know, I felt contact. We got a pretty strong wind here, but I was just working the jig back along the current seam, and boy, did he thump it real good.
Beautiful start to the day. Hey, the last fish that you just caught, buddy, was a beautiful walleye to start the day.
Yep.
So you are using, hold it up, what is this now?
Just a ringworm, natural, you know, everybody kind of their go-to spring and fall bait.
Okay, and I'm going to use a jerk minnow. This should work real slow, huh?
Very slow right now. Yep,
Okay.
just kind of popping it off the bottom.
And this I twitch.
Twitch, same kind of retrieve, but maybe even a little slower than what I'm doing.
Nice fish to start
Thanks.
out. Hey, look at that. Caleb's hooked up in the front of the boat again, Caleb. We had a little rain squall come through here, man. Oh, no, Caleb, a carp. Look at that. It's a
Get him,
big
get him,
old
get him,
carp
get him.
there. Caleb, you're going to have to hold him up, buddy. Hey, that's one thing on the Fox River. You never know what you're going to catch, do you, Caleb?
Not at all, John. And like you just mentioned before, it was pretty calm and sunny there, and we just had this little rain squall roll through here. I got it.
Well, you're going to have to hold him up. Grandpa wants to take him home.
Okay.
Hey, congratulations, Caleb.
Thanks.
That is the biggest carp that we've caught on the show this year.
That's awesome. Good accomplishment to have.
He was hooked in the mouth, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, no, he hit it pretty dang good. I thought it was a walleye.
Yeah, no, that's a beauty. Now, Grandpa, you want to take that home?
Is that what we're on?
I'm gonna pass on that. The freezer's full.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, folks, this Storm Skin by Blackfish is totally awesome early winter and late fall. 100% waterproof. The bibs are awesome. The jacket is so cool. And on top of that, they got this beautiful felt liner. Windproof, waterproof, and I'll tell you what, it really keeps you warm in the worst condition. Again, that's Storm Skin by Blackfish. Look at that, old Grandpa's got one on. I don't know why we're calling him Grandpa. He's younger than I am, Caleb. You know? Let's see.
One of those nicknames that always stick.
What do you think we got here?
I'm hoping for a walleye.
So do I. Well, let's see what we got here.
Nice
Oh,
walleye.
is that a beautiful walleye?
Wow.
Hey, Grandpa, that is an awesome fish, my friend. And I'll tell you what, Caleb, these are running big so far today. We've only got 2 of them, but they are big. Let's take a look at that beautiful fish. That's 6-7 pounder right there, isn't it, Grandpa?
I think she's getting ready for winter.
Yeah, no kidding, buddy. How did that? What happened on that cast?
I went back to the hair jig. I wasn't doing so good on the plastic, and just like Caleb said, I think I could feel that bait. We came up here because there's bait fish. We feel Caleb saw seagulls, and I felt the same way, Caleb. As that bait was going down to hit the bottom, I could feel just little ticks, and then no sooner I just gave it one good one, and
Well,
she
hold
hit.
it up. Let's see. That's a beautiful walleye right there. Nicely done. Caleb, another bonus fish
Yep.
during the day.
Big one, too.
Breaking news from Fleet Farm. You can save $100 on this clam fish trap Kenai Pro Thermal Shelter on sale for $399.99.
The reason these walleyes, muskies, and all the other game fish come in the river this time of year is because of the shad. And there's so many of them, you actually just snagged one, huh?
Right, and when I mentioned before, when I came up on this shoreline, when I threw the jig out there, I thought I crossed somebody else's line. I kept feeling tick, 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 but it was all the shad that it was hitting on the way down.
And that's the kind of bait you should use, that same size.
Correct, yep, we're trying to mimic that right now.
I did what Grandpa did there, folks. I put a Caitlin's hair jig on, and that was about my 5th cast, so that's got to be the ticket. I'm getting head shakes like a walleye. Let's hope here, guys. Okay.
Nice walleye.
Oh, yeah, that's a beautiful walleye right there, guys. Look at that. There we go. And I put that stinger hook on, and we'll actually show the folks here. Now, that's the smallest walleye of the day, but I think we found a pattern here. You love these Caitlin's hair jigs, huh?
I do, John, and you got the little stinger and you got the little rattle in the eye.
Yeah, the rattle in the eye is huge, and that dark color, believe it or not, is really good in the river here, and that stinger hook is important. And so you just cast out, reel once, let it go to the bottom, right? Reel
Yep.
again.
Just short little hops.
That was a fun hit.
Nice job.
That's 2 fish in a row on the Caitlin's hair jig, and the retrieve that Caleb uses and Grandpa is a little bit different. Caleb, tell us the retrieve you're doing with the hair jig.
Right, all I'm doing is turning the reel. As I'm turning the reel, I'm pulling back on the rod just a little bit, just so I can pick up on the line, because right now we're dealing with a very strong south wind.
And you got to keep an eye on your line, and I love that Seagar Smackdown High Vis, because your line will jump when the fish
I was
bite.
going to say, these fish, they're definitely making that line jump big time.
That hair jig bite is so fun. Your line kind of jumps, and they hit it pretty hard too, Caleb. You know that?
Oh yeah.
Another daytime bonus fish here, buddy. And I'll tell you what, the average size today has been pretty impressive. And this is going to be an eater size there, Caleb. I don't want to get him all the way in the clam
There
there.
you go.
But so he actually hit the main hook, and what they'll do with that hair jig is you can explain why they're hooked in the bottom of the mouth. What do? They pin it?
They'll pin that to the bottom. So when that jig's hopping along the bottom down there,
Yeah.
he'll come down and lay on top of it and either miss it, and you come back to swing up the jig again, and you got him.
And that's a good eater size.
That's a perfect size. Nice job.
And you can keep, how many? 5? 3?
3. Yep.
Okay, you can keep 3, but we're not keeping any. So.
No.
We were fishing the Fox River in Green Bay, a 2-hour drive from Milwaukee, 3 hours from Chicago, and 4 hours from Minneapolis.
Out here, it takes a certain type. The type who's always the first one out. The type who knows deep down everyone else is just fishing for second. Enter the Apex Series. See more fish. Seize more victories. Settle for nothing less. With unrivaled clarity, it's the top fish finder for the most demanding type of angler. Only from Humminbird.
Folks, I've relied on Johnson Pump products for many years, and now they're even better. Check out the new Aqua Void Bilge and the Aqua O2 Aerator.
The best advantage with the new products is no tools necessary to replace your motor cartridge. Quick watertight connector and the same easy change cartridge. With the new motor cartridges, we have a high efficiency impeller and a low amp draw motor. To the angler, they're gonna have faster fill of their live wells, and they're gonna have better aeration along with a faster evacuation of their bilge. This pump will fit on any boat. It has a multi-configuration inlet port as well as a 360 rotation outlet port.
Johnson Pump, reliability on board. Boy, Grandpa on that Kalen's hair jig, he's a master, isn't he, Caleb?
He is.
I thought he knew how to ice fish, that was it. Okay, here he comes. Oh, yeah. Another Kalen's hair jig walleye. I'll tell you what, we've been trying a lot of different baits, Grandpa. Yep. And you were the one that said, hey, you got any of those Kalen's hair jigs? And you put one on and you nailed that big one right away, and then you come back with another one, right?
Yep.
Just hold them up if you can. You don't have to unhook them. Just show the folks. There we go. I mean, Caleb, these are extraordinarily beautiful walleyes, aren't they?
John, with all the bait here, these fish are definitely putting the feed bag on.
Now, was that one close to shore?
That was a weird hit. It was close to the boat, and I was just about ready to pull it in. And yeah, that was a really kind of a strange hit. But
don't you love those hair jigs?
Oh, I love them. I love them.
And that one, it hit hard.
Oh
right?
yeah, then when you hit, yeah, definitely.
Nice job.
These are really beautiful, healthy fish.
Of course, this time of year, the days are extremely short. You know, it's 4:30 right now, and we're going to start night fishing. And you like these Livingston crankbaits, huh?
Yeah, John. You know, like you said before, we got a deep diver here, and as kind of goofy as it sounds, we're getting below the bait. You know, a lot of people like to fish above the bait where the active fish are, but the bait is so thick right now. If you bring it through it, you're going to be snagging them. So you want to get it down below, and with that deep diving bill there, you're going to be in the strike zone.
And of course, this has EBS, electronic bait sounds, so that attracts the fish
Absolutely.
too. I mean, they not only see it, they hear it.
Yep, and vibration in the sound is a big thing at night.
Oh, you were right, hanging in there, Caleb, till after dark, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Does that feel like a walleye?
Yeah, it does.
All right, good job there, pal. Quick,
Big
we're going to
walleye.
need that net there, Grandpa.
Come on, Mike.
Oh, that's a beautiful walleye. Get him right in there. Nice job. Hey,
That's a dandy,
Caleb. Caleb, that is a beautiful fish. Hey, Caleb.
Yep.
You're using that Livingston deep diver. How fast are you reeling that?
Very, very slow, John.
Really?
Yep.
And what's the hit feel like?
Honestly, they just stop it. That's a big fish.
That is a real big fish. And you know, folks, you look for a day like today when it gets up in the high 30s and the 40s, and you can get a boat in the water. This is the reward, isn't it, Caleb?
It is, John. We're very lucky to have this little weather stretch.
Yeah, he smoked that too, didn't he, buddy?
He did.
Let's see him.
Oh, that's a beautiful.
That is a beautiful walleye right there. And you can tell by the colors that just came out of the bay, right?
Correct. You know, it's still very obviously clean fish, light colored. This water's pretty stained, so when these fish get in here and spend a little extra time, they start to turn that color. But obviously just putting on the feed bag.
So reeling real slow?
Real slow, John.
Boy, is that a beauty. What do you think that is?
I don't know.
27, 28?
Yo, I would give it 27 all day, yeah.
So about an 8-9 pounder?
Yeah, I would say at least 7.5, 8, definitely.
Awesome, buddy. Good job. So we should say, folks, we're releasing all these big fish. And I mean, that's a big female right there, isn't it, Caleb?
Yeah, John, no, that's a really big fish. Those are the fish that you want to go back and reproduce. You want those genes back out here.
Well, we should mention it's 5 o'clock at night and it's pitch black and they're biting.
It's still early.
What's that one on, Caleb?
That is on a,
ooh, yeah. Nice fit. Oh, what do you got there? Is that a pike or a muskie?
No, it's a big walleye, John.
Oh my gosh, look at the size. That's a walleye. Holy cow. You got the net there, Grandpa? Yep. That is a pig. That is a giant. Oh my gosh, Caleb Zorn. Look at that, buddy. Does it pay fishing late in the year? Caleb, turn around.
Big time, John.
I mean, that's a 10, 11 pound fish, isn't it?
No, it's about the size of that other one that I got. But
I don't know. Well, let's turn the camera off and get organized. Look at the build on that fish.
You know, John, like you said before, all these warm water intake or discharges here, these fish we're in about, 13, 14 feet of water, and that bait's only going down about 5, 6 feet. These fish are definitely on the hunt and putting the feed bag on before this cold front.
Well, we talked about it at the beginning of the program. It's the shad that attracts these fish, and they just gorge themselves, don't they?
Absolutely. I mean, look at the build on this fish.
Now, why do you think nighttime's better?
These fish, honestly, they don't really like the sunlight. Yeah, we got a little dingy water here, but when it gets dark out, these fish want to come up and feed heavily.
Pat that tummy. Look at that. I mean, that stomach is something else.
Nice fish.
Isn't that? Now, how fast were you retrieving that one?
Just a nice steady retrieve, and boy, when he hit it, he just stopped it.
Isn't that a colossal fish?
Nice.
That is wonderful. And these fish will be in here all winter, right?
Yeah, these fish will come in here. Guys will catch them all the way up to the Fox River through the ice. Hopefully they get ice, but these fish are coming and going, chasing the bait around.
Well, if you can get a boat in, this is what you can catch.
Yep.
Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
That's a giant. Folks, it's time now to announce this week's winners of the Fleet Farm John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2024 Fishing Contest.
This week's first winner is David A. Branson of Highland, Indiana, caught this 17-inch crappie on a farm pond using a minnow. Bruce Litterman of Durham, Illinois, caught this 22-inch largemouth bass on Third Shadow Lake using live bait. Gary Warka of Mokina, Illinois, caught a 50.5-inch muskie on the Detroit River using a Bondi bait. Gary Elderman of Brainerd, Minnesota, caught this 43-inch northern pike on Rainy Lake using a deep diving bandit. And this week's first kid winner is Rylan Voss of Clinton, Iowa, caught this 13-inch crappie on Leech Lake using a minnow. And Colton Smith of Winona, Minnesota, caught his first bonefish ever on the Mississippi River using a chatterbait.
Each week, I shop online at fleetfarm.com to check out the latest deals.
The ice season is upon us, and Fleet Farm has the lures you need to put fish on the ice. Right now, buy 3 and get 1 free of select vertical jigging lures from Acme, Clam, Northland, and Rapala. This deal ends Christmas Day, so hurry in.
When you're meeting with a client, it's so important that you're present with them and you're listening. I've heard lawyers say your job as a trial lawyer is to read the law, understand the law, make the argument. You can't get emotionally connected with your client. I completely disagree with that. In order to tell your client's story, you want to learn what's important to them. Sit down and have a meal together. Learn about their family. Learn about their history. Learn about where they're from. You have to emotionally connect with them. It's their story. It's not ours. And the only way to do that in an effective way is to truly care, to truly connect, and listen.
I'm hooked up now, buddy, and you know what I did? I just put on the same bait you did and a steady retrieve. This feels like a big fish, Caleb.
That looks heavy, John.
Yeah,
Let me grab the net
buddy.
here.
We're definitely going to need the net here. Wow. And he just crushed that thing, too. Unbelievable.
You know, and another thing I want to point out, Mike's up there throwing a little bit of a deeper bait. You know, like I said, we're not in a deep water, but these fish are definitely, you know,
well,
midway
we're in 15 feet, and what's interesting, when we look at the Mega Live, the shad are towards the surface, and these fish are about 7-8 feet down, right?
Yeah, I mean, if
Look at that battle, Caleb.
That is a big
This is a big, I can eat that net, buddy. This is a big fish. This is my grandson's rod and reel, too, you know? Holy moly, you guys. This thing is giant. I don't know, if this is a walleye, it's a world record. Okay, he's on this side now. Oh my gosh, look at the size of that thing, Caleb.
Look at the build.
Oh my gosh, folks, I'll tell you what. That is amazing. You know, that thing fought so hard, I thought it was a muskie or a pike. You know that?
Yeah, that.
Come on up here with that fish. Or is he all tangled?
Yeah.
That's the one problem, folks. When you're fishing these crankbaits at night and you get a big fish like that, no, hold them out. I mean, look at that. And that is about, I'd say, a 27, maybe 28-inch fish. But look at the stomach. I mean, I love to pat the old tummy on that.
And like we said before, these fish are in here chasing that shad, and they're on the feed right now.
Should mention too, folks, that there are places you can shore fish. Down in De Pere, they're catching a lot of fish near the dam, and there's other shore spots that you can fish along the river too if you want. And again, you know, we're at that time where any day we could get those sub-zero temps and make some ice.
Yep.
And you can get these through the ice. I've done it.
Yeah, it's a blast.
Hold that one out, buddy. Look at that.
That is another big belly one.
Now we gotta get Grandpa to get one.
Yep.
Okay. A couple of things. I've actually sped up my retrieve just a little bit, and I'm not doing any pauses or any jerks, right?
See, and that's where, when we got here right away, I caught that one, and now I've been kind of doing a little bit of a pause. I just got to get back to the retrieve, like you just caught that big one.
You know what's really funny is, you know, all the years that we fished with Brett Jolly at night down here doing this, he'll actually stop the bait and count to 5 mid-retrieve. Just stop it.
Yep.
And, you know, that gives the fish a chance to hone in on it. And because these shad are all over the surface, right?
Right. You know, this water's dingy, and it might take those fish a little bit to find that lure.
Yeah. And these are all bay run fish. These are all out of the Bay of Green Bay.
Correct. Yep.
All right. Hey, one more?
Let's keep going.
You know, Caleb, when you're doing an all-nighter like this, you have to have something to eat, right?
You do, John.
Okay, I got a treat for you tonight, and this is what makes these so good. Double better with cheddars. 100% cuts of premium pork, and of course the special Johnsonville spices. Then they fill them with cheddar cheese. But then they fill them with even more cheddar cheese. And all you got to do is put them on the grill. And I'll tell you what, they only take about 10 minutes because they're pre-cooked and they are ready to go. Okay.
All right.
Well,
very good.
Well, ice fishing's just around the corner, but these are good in the boat too, aren't they?
It hits a spot right now.
Johnsonville Double, better with cheddars. Look for them at your favorite retailer today. Hey, look at Grandpa. Is that a big one, Grandpa?
Not little.
Not little, I love it. Tell us when it's getting close.
It's getting close.
Getting close,
it's
all right,
big.
guys. And look at that. And it's not small, but I mean, hey, Grandpa, what do you think of this? Seriously, buddy.
Oh, this is pretty fun. This is pretty fun stuff.
No, you've lived up here all your life, and I'll tell you what. Did you know about this night
I did
fishing?
not know about this particular fishing we're doing right now. I didn't know about this discharge, to be honest.
You know what's really interesting is casting these shallow running baits in 15 feet of water.
I just said that to Caleb. I said that's crazy that they're that high up in the water column.
Isn't that a look at
Mike?
Hey,
tell him how close that
This thing literally hit 4 feet from the boat.
I've had them actually hit at the boat before at night like this. But you know how you can tell how beautiful that fish is? Look at the small head and the big body.
Oh yeah.
Hey Caleb, that's a sign of good genes, isn't it?
Good genes and good feed.
Yeah. Great job there, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Hey, why do they call you Grandpa, by the way?
Well, I think Caleb can answer that question.
All right, well, we'll ask him.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
Mike.
you do have an idea.
Well, fill him in.
Ice fishing. The first year that I ice guided with him at Sand Bay at Wacky Walleye, he came up with the great idea to call me Grandpa. Okay. And as it turned out, I was a grandpa at that time, and I was very happy.
It rings a bell now because they were all younger guys at that time.
Yeah. Right.
Hold that fish out, Grandpa. That's a beauty right there. Hey, folks, we're on the ice day. If you want to go walleye fishing on the Fox River up in Green Bay, check ahead. The last couple of days, the launches have frozen in, but they'll open up again. But before you go up to launch your boat, check ahead and make sure that there's no ice on the launches.
The skies are clear, shine on and on. Wisconsin woods and waters we all own. The skies are clear, shine on and on. The waters and the woods John calls home. The waters and the woods.
Get ready for the ride of your life. Right now, we have amazing deals that you can't miss. From rugged trails to family fun, the Yamaha Wolverine is built for it all. And with our exclusive financing and customer cash options, your dream ride is closer than ever. Experience the ultimate blend of performance and versatility. Don't wait. These deals won't last long. Visit your local Yamaha dealer today and start your new adventure.
Pete, I'm getting too old for this.
So, John, you haven't heard of Brian's Custom Steps?
Oh, Pete, those are awesome. How can I get a set?
Yeah, I love these big no-slip platforms, and they're made right here in Wisconsin.
For more information on Brian's Custom Steps, call 920-315-0333. Well, hey, thank you, my friend. Had a good time. And folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know if we're going to fish yet. We'll find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm John Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.